I'm here with the Mama team, or at least one of them. I'm assuming there are several. Is that true? How many teams do you have?
Well, there's 2 helicopters that are manned 24 hours a day, so we actually rotate around, so it's not really like teams.
Yeah.
A pilot, a nurse, and a paramedic, which makes up our team.
On each flight.
On each
pilot, nurse, and paramedic. I understand sometimes you have like respiratory therapy people. If
we're doing a
neonatal or something like that.
So we have a separate neonatal nurse and a neonatal.
Well, do you guys mind telling me about the machine here, the equipment? It's awesome looking. What is the model of this one?
It's an EC-135. Basically, it used to be Messerschmitt, and then they went to Eurocopter. Now I think it's called Air Speciale. The 105 we had prior to this one, that was still had Messerschmitt on it. But when this came out, it's called Eurocopter because it was between the French and the Germans combined.
I see.
To make the aircraft.
So payload on this, you can get the 3 of you guys, a patient. Does a family member ever get to ride? No, it's always just medical people on board.
That's true.
So the 2 of you guys are working to keep the folks alive.
Yes, sir.
And what kind of training did you have to go through to qualify for being on the helicopter?
I was an ICU nurse for 11 years, just to interview, basically. So all of our nurses have extensive training in intensive care or the emergency department. And we usually don't even interview people unless they have 5 years minimum experience.
And
Liz?
Same for a paramedic. I worked as a paramedic on an ambulance for about 8 years before I got hired here. And with the medic, we look for at least 5 years experience in a busy EMS system.
Liz, what made you want to go into aerial medicine?
It chose me. I didn't choose it. The opportunity came open and I took it. And it was one of the best things I've ever done.
Is it exciting?
It's a great job. I love my job, yeah.
Yep, same for you?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest challenge for us is you just don't know what you're going to get. It could be a 2-year-old with respiratory issues, or it could be a 95-year-old patient. So just never know what's going to happen every day when you come to work.
So you have to be sharp and know your stuff, stay on top of training and everything. Now, I'm assuming you are a former military, because no one gets enough hours on a chopper to fly medical unless you've been former military, right?
We have 4 pilots in Asheville and 4 pilots in Franklin, and they're all ex-military.
Yeah.
Probably the Asheville pilots, most experienced. I think between 4 pilots, we probably had 170 years of experience.
Wow.
And, most of us right at 40 years of flying, except for Martin.
Do you like this chopper?
Oh yeah, it's a great bird.
Yeah.
It's a good aircraft.
What is the speed or the flight time between here, Spruce Pine, and Asheville?
18 minutes.
18 minutes. And so folks will know, it is roughly an hour and 5 minutes to drive by car. So 18 minutes. And do you mind if I take a look inside? Can you show me anything?
Show you whatever you want.
This is awesome.
This is essentially a flying intensive care unit.
Flying intensive care unit.
You can do manage patients with heart attacks, major traumatic injuries, strokes.
And he was saying the best view is back here?
Well, we load back here.
You load back here.
Start out loading the patient.
Wow. So you just bring them right in. It's kind of low here, probably about 5.5 feet of clearance. So the patient goes there.
And you can see it opens up out there and about at the waist of the patient.
I see.
And
so does the head goes that direction?
Right? From the medical standpoint, most of your critical need is going to be from the waist
up, right?
So we have real good access. Not that we can't come down with the legs, but we can.
I see the seat turns around there, rotates,
and moves to the head of the patient.
Oh, it slides forward. Check that out. That is neat. Let me go around the other side and look at this now. I'll see the cockpit as well.
Sure.
So a pilot in a helicopter rides on the right side. That is correct, yeah.
98% of the aircraft, there's a couple of aircraft that the pilot flies on the left side because of the rotation of the blades is different from normal helicopters.
Now, wow, look at the instrumentation. That I have to ask, is this one of those that will almost kind of sort of land itself, even like, I guess bad weather, there's no laser beam guiding you in or anything like that, right?
No, we can do instrument flights. We can shoot approaches at airports just like, you know, any airliner can, but yeah, a helicopter has to be flown. just not going to land itself.
What's one of the craziest places you've been into with the chopper to rescue someone or to pick someone up?
I was down the bottom of Linville Gorge once.
You went into the bottom of Linville Gorge. Could you actually put down there, or did you have to hover?
No, there's a huge boulder that I landed on right.
And it was big enough to put down on.
Yep.
What, were you on that flight?
No, I was not. But last year from the Mama 2 helicopter, they went to Mount LeConte to get someone who had a severely sprained ankle and lost pulses in their foot. That's one of the.
I've landed up Mount
Very
Mitchell,
rare.
Landed up on the Parkway. It overlooks.
Thank you so much for your time. God bless y'all, man. I appreciate it. Seriously, thank you.
Really appreciate it.
It's awesome to meet you.
You too.